take your time and don't be afraid to ask for help. I think that's one of the biggest problems with me personally, but I know a lot of people struggle to ask for help. Some people don't like the idea of honestly going to the Future Center because they feel like that makes them look weak or whatever, or they don't like going to the Writing Center because they feel like they don't need that help. But at the end of the day, trust me when I say that when you get help, when you actually get help, or even go to the social worker, you know, when you get the help, you'll feel 10 times better instead of just holding it in or just trying to do it by yourself. Yeah, and for prospective students, I believe that you should definitely research the high school you're going in. Don't just go to the high school you're going to because your friend is there, your best friend is there. You might not be best friends with that person like the month you join high school. So I think you should definitely research the high schools you're going to, maybe shadow if you can, learn about the programs there and see what benefits you the most.
Just show up.
Show up, yeah.
Honestly, show up.
Not going to school hurts you way more than you think it does.
Yeah. Be open, communicate. You know, obviously making friends is cool. Like I met some people that don't communicate, and it was like
it's hard.
Yeah, I initiate conversations. I'm very social, so that's on me. But like, you know, it's good to get out there and just make friends. You know,
if you don't go to school, you don't make friends, which makes you not want to come to school, and you miss work, which makes you not want to come to school anymore. It just all piles up. So if you just go to school, you'll do fine. You'll do amazing.
And also do your work. I guess
do your work.
That's really important. I'll be honest. Is I did really good up to my senior year. I had senioritis, but you know eventually I locked in, got everything back up.
I feel like when you're younger, your brain has a way of making things seem worse than they are sometimes. And as time goes on, things get better. And that's what something I wish people would tell me more. I mean, I guess people did tell me, but it didn't register to me like I feel like it does now, because when you're stuck in that moment, you feel like that is forever, but it's not forever. So just like keep moving and don't get stuck around people who are going to keep you in the same space.
My tennis coach likes to say, like, love to care. And I think that's a really good advice. Like, as long as you care and are willing to just like do the work and try your best, I think you'll see it. You'll see how it affects you. I know your grades will go up. If you just like care, I think it will show. And the teachers will notice too, which is the best part.
Have a strong start would be like very good just for anyone. Starting off strong as a freshman year for me was very beneficial. And I'd say just like making sure you're completing everything and focused will be like a crucial thing later on in your career in high school.
For incoming freshmen, I would say think long and hard of your decision of high school, because even though your future might seem far away, it's like you got 4 years, my love. Like within those 4 years, a lot could happen. So think long and hard of like what high school you're going to go to, because depending on that high school you're going to go to, it's going to impact yourself and like impact your personal growth and see where you're going to end up in your future.
I would say don't be scared. I know that's like, it seems like a silly response, but I see a lot of people that just like even in the hallways, they just seem so scared of like everything. Like they're scared of judgment, they're scared of other people, they're scared of life. And it's like, as soon as you stop like being scared, or I guess caring about what people think of you, like your life becomes so much better. Like, don't care about what someone is saying about you behind your back. Like it really doesn't matter. Because once you graduate, you're never gonna see these people again. I mean, and you might, but that won't matter. Like they're just words. They shouldn't affect you. And when you let them affect you, you're giving other people the satisfaction.
Being in this school, the best part about it is like knowing like it's not just like a school, it feels more like a home sometimes, because like you're not just having like people like, oh, worried about your academic growth. They were also worried about like, are you being okay? Are you being treated right? Are you where you want to be in life? They'll just support you personally, like seeing how you're doing and seeing your educational growth.
Shortridge has prepared me for my future academic pursuits because of the IB program. I'm planning on going into STEM, which is a tough undergraduate career path, and Shortridge is IB, which is a tough, even just like high school path to go on. And like all the essays, all the deadlines, all like the 3,000 words we have to write, like that has immensely prepared me for college, because most high schools don't do that. And I feel as if I probably would have been underprepared for college if I would have gone to a high school without IB. at the end of your IB career, you have to take the IB exams, which is everything you've learned in the past 2 years in all of your classes, which is super, super challenging. And they're really hard, but I think that's something that Shortridge has helped me prepare for college, because these IB exams are gonna be hard, but so are exams in college.
Learning like how to be social in a way, like, because it's not all academics all the time. Like, you have to know how to talk to people, you have to know how to maneuver and work with people. And I mean, like, you'll hear it a lot, but it's like, you gotta be able to work with different people. And sometimes, like, you know, I feel like I didn't sometimes, like, oh, I don't like them, so I'm not gonna work with them, or this and that. But it's like, sometimes it doesn't matter. And when you push aside petty drama and stuff like that, or petty reasons, like, it's really not that hard to work with people. And it's something that you can't be immature at your job. You can't be sitting there working, well, I don't like her, so I'm not gonna work with her, or just stuff like that. So I feel like experiences with people, just like putting aside, you know, what he said, she said, and actually getting to know people and work with people.
It was kind of stressful, I'll be honest. Like, doing work was pretty stressful. So there were times I just didn't want to show up. I would like miss days on purpose. And staying on task was kind of hard, but eventually I had to lock in, which means, like, lock in as in, like, I don't know, like, focus and be studious and catch up with my work.
It was kind of the same for me. Just showing up to school was hard, because the more you miss, and the less you want to go to school. So it just makes it harder the more you miss. Being lazy. So just showing up has been hard.
Lack of motivation.
But
yeah.
I'm doing better by focusing on going to school.
Yeah.
Most of my challenges were like mental, like a lot of times not feeling good enough or smart enough, or like I had enough time to do things. I think I feel like it's something like, as you get older, you start to work more on, in a way, like realizing how to not only feel better, but what works for you and how to get things done. Because a lot of times, like, I would get so stuck in my own, like, idea of what things need to look like and what they should be, that I just wouldn't do it at all, because it's like, oh, it's not turning out how I want it to. But like, actually having to remove the idea of like, oh, it has to be this way, and just learning to work with what's given to you. And so I feel like that's been kind of my obstacle throughout high school, is like my own self-perception and my own perception of how things are. Learning how to treat people, and learning like the type of person I wanted to be. Learning that you can branch out, and like you can leave things and certain habits and things alone and want better for yourself. Even if it's not necessarily bad, sometimes it's just not for you.
So I want to say the 3 words are noticeable, transformative, and powerful. And noticeable is kind of a random one, but before coming to Shortridge, I definitely had a noticeable impact. There was a noticeable impact done. I noticed that at Shortridge, that before I went to Shortridge, I didn't really care about doing work a little bit. Even with the school I went to a rigorous Montessori school, I still really kind of didn't care. But going to Shortridge has taught me to actually care about my academics, to actually work on my academics and be a better person. Transformative goes same thing with noticeable. Transformative, it really helped me expand as a person in many different ways. It doesn't even have to be on the academic side. I met a lot of great people here at Shortridge who have taught me to be a better friend, a better communicator, a better everything. And the people here at Shortridge, like, even if you're not a fan of the academics and IB program, like, I cannot lie, the people here at Shortridge have definitely changed me for who I am. I was a really bad communicator. Sometimes I would be honest to say I was also a bad friend, but really getting to know new people, getting to know the people I met here, they really taught me that, like, how to change as a person. And then powerful kind of goes with everything else, but like, the impact is very powerful after you leave. Most people get tired and annoyed because of the IB program, but when you actually enter the workforce or enter college or something, you start to notice like, wow, like they really helped me a lot in ways I didn't even expect it, you know. Even when I was doing my like just simple stuff like placement exams for school, I noticed that it was easier than somebody else who didn't go to Shortridge, and they just think it's like the hardest thing ever. So Shortridge has definitely had a powerful, transformative, and noticeable impact on me.
Well, like I said, like since it's an IB school, it like really makes you like work harder, like never to give up on any occasion. Like just keep pushing forward, and like working hard will lead to success. Would be something like I think I learned throughout my years here.
Major people and social skills. I've always been like a people person, but I don't think I realized like that. Like in middle school, you didn't have to be around people you don't like. Like if you don't want to be in the group, teacher, I don't want to be in this group. But in high school, you don't really get an option. Like you have to be around people you don't like. And yeah, it sucks a lot of the times, but that's something I learned that like, oh well, you know, you just have to like put up with it. You have to be able to coexist with somebody. You can't just be like, I hate you, never talk to me again. Like that just doesn't work. Like you have to be able to coexist. And I think that is a big skill that I've learned that I didn't understand at first. I thought you could just be like, no, but yeah, learning how to coexist with people is a big one. The school's culture I feel like has impacted me in a more positive way because of how close everybody is. Like I feel like in bigger schools, like not everyone knows each other. Grades aren't as close as they are here. Like I think everyone in my grades knows at least most people. So like it feels like everybody knows everybody. There's not like big gaps between like groups. It's just all connected. And I think that can be really nice sometimes because it's like you can have big group class events and it's not weird, it's not awkward. While at like other schools, it's like people stay in their groups and it's not really like that here. It's like everyone can mix and mingle. So I feel like that's something that's really unique to a small school, obviously, but it's really nice here and I've liked it. It's helped me become like, not just a part of my friend group, but also like become a part of other people's. And it's really nice to like grow friendships and relationships like that.
Bye.
Bye guys. I guess.
True.